Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. After a failed attempt to make a fight with Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder says he wants Alexander Povetkin to knock Joshua out. Stay tuned. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Deontay Wilder, he was on the Showtime, I believe it's a podcast, it's a show with former MMA fighter Brendan Schaub. He had Wilder as a special guest in lieu of the Joshua Wilder fight falling out, at least for September. Looks like Joshua's going to face his mandatory Povetkin. Still waiting on the official announcement. Now, the video is on YouTube. Link in the description so you can check him out and give him the view. On this show, Wilder says that he wishes and hopes that Alexander Povetkin knocks out Joshua. And Brendan Schaub, the host, was like, no, how you going to say that? Like, you don't want to be the one to pull it off. If someone knocks it off, you don't want to be the person to do it. And Wilder basically said, man, I did want to be the person, but kind of like they're playing games, so it is what it is, whatever order. Now, he also reiterated what is being highly publicized right now. He says the 2018 deals and the deals that were going on, like the $50 million for Joshua to come to the USA, right? The flat rate that he was going to accept of $15 million, he says that's now off the table. He wants 50-50, which is what he said originally. He said, Shelly Finkel kind of calmed that down and said, we're business minded, so it doesn't have to be 50-50, but we want something fair. But now Wilder's saying he wants 50-50 because he feels there's basically time wasted and he feels Joshua's side is stalled in this particular fight. Now, this whole saga is getting very tedious. I think a lot has to do with double talking from Team Joshua's side, namely Eddie Hearn, but also Anthony Joshua, and also Anthony Joshua's lack thereof doing interviews, staying in tune with the fans in terms of these ongoing issues, right? We're hearing Wilder, and that's why people are looking at Wilder as like a people's champ, because he's not afraid to do an interview or get on Brendan Schaub's podcast or whatever and set the record straight. And it's pivotal and important sometimes for fans to hear it from the horse's mouth, not from Shirley Winkle Dinkle, or whatever Eddie Hearn says, not from Eddie or Barry Hearn, not from Sky Sport, but to see their fighter, see the guy that they support, and they're telling you what it is. And Wilder's saying he wants 50-50. Listen, I don't blame Wilder. If you got stalled out for 2-3 months, all that for the fight not to happen, then, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to get 50-50, but that's what you do when people are wasting your time. Say, hey, you want my time? 50-50, you know? And it could be like hardball. Like I said, I don't know if he'll get 50-50, but Eddie Hearn is on interviews saying things like, oh, he still has the contract. Why don't you sign it? Sign it. That sounds egregious. Why would anyone sign a contract for not an impending fight this year, but for a fight in April at Wembley for an offer that was pretty much a lowball? And see, Eddie Hearn, he's pretty crafty, so he'll try to play on words and say, hey, it's a bullshit offer. It's a lowball offer. Why do you accept it? Because they thought that was the way to get the fight this year. Next. They were trying anyway, or at least Wilder, it sounds like he was just desperate for wanting to prove himself and a chance and a crack at all these belts. So they took it. Like, first of all, $15 million, it's not like horrible money. You know what I mean? You're still making cool money. The people have a problem with is in the grand scheme of things, 15 million ain't shit if this fight goes on to be a blockbuster success. If he gets capped out at 15 million and this turns out to be a $115 million fight, then where's all that extra money go to? It goes to the other side. And that's the part that's not fair. But in an attempt to really try to stick it to him and force the issue and get the fight this year, it sounds like Wilder was him and his team, or him, they were willing to bend over backwards and accept something, a lousy deal, right? Like, fuck it, I'll take it, just to try to call your bluff. And that's what they did. So now that it's not happening next, then he's like, fuck it, we got to renegotiate, and I want 50-50. So I don't mind that positioning. Like, again, I don't know if he'll get 50-50, but Eddie Hearn's whole point doesn't make sense. Why would anyone sign a contract without seeing how your opponent even looks in his next fight? What if he loses and you already have this contract for this lowball offer? What if Deontay Wilder in the meantime fights a good challenge, like let's say Tyson Fury? Then surely he would be worth more money if he pulls off a victory like that, and then he would be stuck here with something he negotiated before he fought Tyson Fury and beat him. This is just hypothetically. Or let's say he rematches Luis Ortiz. I don't know who he's going to fight next. Let's say he rematches Luis Ortiz and does what he did in the Stervern fight. Then these are all things that should now be considered beating a Tyson Fury, beating Luis Ortiz again, and showing that you were the rightful winner, and the doctors taking 15 seconds to view you had no bearing on the fight, right? These things should all be considered. Joshua's performance versus Povetkin. If you're negotiating with someone, these things remain to be seen. We don't know what's going to happen in these upcoming fights. We don't even know who Wilder's going to fight. So again, why would you agree? If you're agreeing to something, you're agreeing to it as of today, June X, Y, and Z. This is what you agreed to. But like I said, what if Joshua looks poorly in his next fight and has a controversial win? Then yeah, definitely Wilder should be able to get more money. Or what if Wilder does something impactful for his career? Like I said, beat a former lineal champion like Tyson Fury. What if it's a possible fight? Fury said he wants to fight him, so maybe they could look into that and see if it's a non-starter, if they can get it cracking. So hypothetically, if Wilder were to beat Tyson Fury, then how would he be stuck at the $15 million beating an undefeated Tyson Fury? You know, so why would you sign a contract that far in advance without knowing what the future holds? My whole point. Let me know what you guys think. And it's a shame for Joshua. There's a lot of damage control needed, because I've even seen fans say that, like, Povetkin's a cheat, and he was on drugs in 2016 for the 2 failed drug tests. And I see some people now rooting for Povetkin over Joshua just because how this has played out. So it's kind of sad to see that. You know what I mean? People want the cheat to beat the other guy because the way the other guy's team handled everything, and it looked like some foul play in terms of you didn't really want to fight Wilder. You know what I mean? So now they're rooting for the underdog. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.